Is it me, or do these days keep getting darker, gloomier, and just colder? Man, winter here in the Midwest, not the best. So hey guys, welcome back to another video. Regardless of the weather, I'm going to try to keep producing these videos on models that I have not covered. So today we have the 2023 Hyundai Tucson SE, which is the entry-level trim in the Tucson lineup. Now this one's all-wheel drive, which brings up the price just a little bit, but it is still well below $30,000 to start. So is this the best compact SUV you can buy for under $30,000? Well, let's go ahead and find out. So in terms of changes for 2023, there weren't many here on the base model. However, the one change that did happen is quite a useful one at that. So Hyundai made smart cruise control standard on every Tucson. So even the base entry-level Tucson now has smart cruise control. Now along with that comes intelligent speed limit assist, as well as a more advanced front collision avoidance system that includes pedestrian, cyclist, and junction turning detection. So all that is going to be standard here on the base level Tucson for 2023. Now with that comes a small price increase of $650. So to me, that's a well worth it price increase to get all that technology here on the entry-level Tucson. So that means for 2023, the Tucson SE all-wheel drive starts just over $29,000, including destination. And this makes it the only trim level to now start under $30,000, including all-wheel drive. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a Tucson, that this one is the only one under $30,000. However, the base SEL starts just over $30,000. But let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Take a look at what the 2023 Tucson SE all-wheel drive has to offer for, again, about $29,000. So the Tucson in front of us is finished in the Amazon gray exterior, and this one has the gray cloth interior as well. Now, I don't think this is a color I've shown on any other Tucson in my videos, so I'm glad to be able to show you a different exterior color. Up front, you're gonna find the same front end as many of the lesser trim levels in the Tucson lineup, including the SELs. So you have your LED daytime running lights. You can see they are on because the vehicle is running. You're gonna have LED turn signals in this upper portion right here, and LED reflector headlights standard on every Tucson. LED projectors are available on the top limited trim. You have the dark accented gray grille with the chrome Hyundai emblem. And here is your sensor for the smart cruise control and other safety systems down in the corner in the square portion of the grille. So that is a sign that, again, this does have the smart cruise control. Otherwise, it's just a pretty basic front end, a little bit of silver accented plastics, and of course the black cladding along the rest of the vehicle. Coming to the wheels and tires, these are your 17-inch standard alloy wheels finished in the silver paint. They're wrapped in 235, 65, 17-inch Kumho Crugin HP 71 all-season tires. So pretty decent all-season. Body color mirror caps are standard on this Tucson. Now you do not get any LED turn signal indication or anything like that. You do have blind spot detection. So again, nice standard safety equipment. Body color door handles are standard on the Tucson as well. So again, it doesn't show signs of being a bare bones model, but overall has a nice few features on it. More of that silver accented trim above the windows as well. Now coming out back, you won't find any LED lighting, unfortunately, on this trim level. However, you do still get kind of the nicer rear end. So you have your incandescent brake lights up top with your turn signals and reverse lights down lower on the bumper like every other Tucson out there. Some more silver accented trim, black plastic cladding on the rear bumper. Backup camera, of course. Here's your Hyundai emblem in the tailgate glass as the wiper is integrated up in the spoiler. So overall, a little bit more basic than some of the other Tucsons out there, but it doesn't look bad. You still have kind of the bar that connects the two tail lamps, even if it is not illuminated like the LED version. Still looks very nice. And again, not that it's a super basic trim level. So let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker really quick. Take a look at what this vehicle has on it exactly, and then we'll dive onto the interior. So once again, not too much to go over in terms of the window sticker, since this is the base model SE. Standard smart cruise control and a bunch of other safety systems as well. This one has quite a few accessories on it, and that brings the total MSRP, including the destination charge, to $29,870. So take a look on the interior. Once again, this is the gray cloth interior, which is kind of a two-tone option. Starting out here on the door panel, you do have a mostly hard touch door panel, so hard touch uppers. You do have a soft touch padded armrest section, which is nice. Kind of the textured plastics running against the back portion with the lighter gray accent. Power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic up-down front driver's side window, and a good amount of storage lower in the door panel. Coming to the driver's seat, you do have a 6-way manual adjustment driver's seat, so you do have height adjustment, and there is your cloth interior with the gray accents. I do kind of like this upper portion on the backrest that kind of breaks up all the just black cloth, gives it a little bit of extra design, and overall looks very nice. But you can see the two-tone theme kind of continues throughout the interior with the lighter gray on certain sections and then the darker gray and black on others. So immediately we're agreed to the more basic Tucson interior with the analog gauge cluster. It does have your tachometer on the right, speedometer on the left, fuel and temp gauges in the middle, along with a 4.2-inch color display, which displays a lot of useful information, especially for your safety system. So you can control that screen on the right side of the steering wheel here. Cycling through it, you have your digital speed readout, you have your drive information, including trip information, fuel info, TPMS, stuff like that. You do have all of your driver assistance controls and settings found here in the gauge cluster. So if you want to change anything as far as that goes, that will be changed through this little screen. Of course, your TPMS and all-wheel drive, like I mentioned. But that is a very useful display. Urethane steering wheel, so not leather wrapped, but again, that's not to be expected kind of in this entry-level price point. Silver trim on the lower section with the gloss black buttons, which do give it a little premium touch. On the left side, you have your infotainment and radio controls. On the right side, you have your controls for that screen, along with the safety systems. Once again, this does have smart cruise control and lane following assist. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist and your regular wiper stalk. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge illumination as well as your traction control off. So pretty basic stuff here on the left side. Moving over to the infotainment system, this is the base 8-inch infotainment, which means it does have wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. It does not have Sirius XM radio, but does have AM, FM, HD, FM radio, along with USB and Bluetooth inputs. This is the nicer screen because, again, it has the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You have some manual controls for the volume and tune, along with touch-sensitive buttons on the rest of the vehicle. So it is a very basic infotainment. It doesn't even have the BlueLink connectivity, so you can't control the vehicle via the smartphone app or anything like that. So if you want a pretty basic vehicle, this is definitely the trim for you. Below that, you have a single-zone manual climate control with some hard-touch buttons and knobs. 2 USB ports below that, 1 charge only, 1 data for the infotainment. Good amount of storage if you want to store your smartphone or stuff like that up front. This one does have the physical shifter, not the shift-by-wire with the push-button gear selection. Behind it, you have your all-wheel drive lock, which will send power 50-50 front and rear, hill descent control, auto hold with electronic parking brake, stop-start off for the engine. Here you can pull up the backup camera if you want to view that. And then you have your drive modes for the vehicle via this toggle. So this vehicle does have normal, sport, smart, and snow drive modes. This is a key vehicle, so it does not have proximity entry or push button start. So the key is in the ignition. You kind of have to use the key, of course, to open the vehicle. So it does have remote unlock and lock, but of course you do have to use the key to start and operate the vehicle. No heated seats or ventilated seats, which would normally be found right here. Padded armrest here in this light gray accent. Inside, good amount of storage space, but no lights, USB, or inputs like that. Up top, you'll find a light gray headliner. Mirror, no vanity lighting. Manual dimming rear view mirror. And up top, it's going to be very basic. Just have your passenger airbag sensor. Along with the interior illumination, it is not LED. But outside of that, nothing else here because, once again, this does not have BlueLink. So once again, a pretty basic interior in terms of features and options, but a lot of nice safety systems. Again, all standard for 2023. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat. Materials will be roughly the same as the front here in the back seat, so mostly hard touch door panel, a non-padded armrest here for second row passengers, but again, the same light gray accent trim. Seats do have the adjustments for the seat backs, so all Tucsons will receive the reclinability for the second row seats. Step and height is very easy, being a compact crossover. There's a look at the front dashboard. Out back, you won't find any AC vents, no USB charging, just the mat pockets on the backs of each of the front seats. And that's about it. Now the seats do fold down 60-40 split, do recline like I mentioned via those handles on the sides, and does include a second row armrest with 2 cup holders. So at least you do get that functionality here in the SE, but outside of that, there's not really much to explain here in the second row. There is some illumination on the headliner and handles on either side, but outside of that, pretty basic second row. Take a look at the trunk. This, of course, does not have a power trunk lid, but does have the electronic release. Behind the second row seats, you will find a good amount of storage space. Like I've showed in other videos of my Tucsons, I do have several comparisons using a Tucson, in terms of storage space and cargo capacity. So make sure to check those videos out if you're interested. But pretty basic, you can fold down the seats via these levers on either side. There's going to be a 12-volt outlet, which is nice, and of course a light here on the left side or the driver's side. Beneath the floor, you will find a compact spare tire, a little bit of additional storage space. But yeah, pretty basic. And again, for the compact segment of SUV, the Tucson definitely has a lot of room behind the second row. So take a look at the passenger front seat. Materials are going to be the same as the driver's side. This is a 4-way manual adjustment passenger seat, so no height adjustment. There you can see more of the kind of light gray accent trim on the dash. Damped glove box, no LED lighting inside, but it is a very useful size. You can see the manual in there. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood, see what powers this Tucson, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Under the hood, you're gonna find the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine and many other trims of the Tucson. This puts out 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque through either the front wheels only or all 4 wheels if you option all-wheel drive. Now this is paired to an 8-speed torque converted automatic, so a very normal and traditional powertrain found underneath the hood of this Tucson. So that's going to do it for this video on the 2023 Hyundai Tucson SE. Once again, this is the entry-level Tucson, the cheapest one you can get with all-wheel drive here in the Tucson's lineup. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. Hopefully you find these videos helpful on the entry-level or base model Hyundais. I know not a lot of people out there on YouTube showcase these models. And again, they aren't super popular on dealership lots. So if you are looking for the most affordable of each model, they can be kind of tricky to find, especially if you're searching in certain parts of the country. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button as always. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed. And once again, check out some of the other videos I have, not only on the Hyundai Tucson, but also other Hyundai models, Chevy, Buick, GMC stuff as well. And let me know if you want to see anything in particular here on the channel, and I will try to make that happen. So as far as my quick thoughts on this particular trim level, I think if you're looking for a compact SUV under $30,000 with all-wheel drive, the Tucson is definitely going to be towards the top of the list. I think the fact that they added the smart cruise control, intelligent speed limit assist, along with the more advanced front collision avoidance assist is definitely a huge bonus, especially because it only went up $650. In today's world, that is a relatively modest increase, and you're getting a very useful feature or set of features for that money. So again, if you're looking for it under $30,000, this should be towards the top of the list for sure. But outside of this, you're not going to find many luxury amenities for this trim level, and given the price point, so you're going to have wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, no Blue Link or anything like that. Mostly hard touch materials on the inside, and the cloth seats are a little bit on the rougher side, but it should hold up and should be very stain resistant if you do happen to get a little bit of spill on it. So just kind of evaluate it in person if you are able to. But outside of that, a more utilitarian interior for sure, with some good technology. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think the SE is a good value, or would you spend a little bit more money and go for the SEL? I think there is a lot of nice creature comforts in the SEL, including the Blue Link, heated front seats, the power liftgate, and a few other things as well. I would probably spring for that trim if I was looking for one with the cloth interior, but let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as always, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.